afternoon, everyone. I hope all of you are doing fine. Okay, so today now we'll be solving few examples to become more familiar with active and passive words because we have completed actually the concept, but to become more familiar, we need examples. Rewrite the following sentences so that the verbs will be in the active voice. So now we have to change passive to active, quite opposite. The horse was frightened by the noise. So I have actually placed this table for reference. Alright, so for reference you can use this table. It's actually very useful. I want everybody to go with this table in a very proper manner. Okay, it's gonna help you a lot. Okay, so first sentence, the horse was frightened by the noise. Now same again, the cross method, the noise. Now you see was frightened. When this passive voice sentence is changed to active voice, was frightened, that means frightened is the you know third form of the verb of the word frightened, right? Frightened. Okay, so was being frightened we have taken. So fright, frightened, like that. So taken was the past participle. Frightened is a past participle form of the verb. So was frightened. So here we can see. So it will be just yes. The noise frightened the horse. The noise frightened the horse. Frightened. Okay, the noise frightened the horse. Not a word was spoken by Latif. Latif was spoken. Latif spoke not a word. Latif did not speak. Again, no. Latif spoke not a word. Okay, Latif spoke not a word. Will it be right? Was spoken, as I told, underline the verb. So when we underline Latif spoke not a word. Latif did not speak a word. Yes, that's also correct. Did not, if we added did, then it will not be spoke, it will be speak. Okay, did not speak a word. Did not speak a word. When you are going to change it into passive voice, speak a word. Not a word was spoken by Latif. This can also be okay. The teacher was. If you come up with any other sentence for this, kindly place it in the comments box. The teacher was pleased with the boys' work. The boys' work was pleased. Pleased, just pleased. You had seen. Pleased is the pleased. Third, a past participle form of the verb please. The boys' work pleased the teacher. So the major change in active and passive was the change of the verb. He'll be greatly surprised if he is chosen. His selection will greatly surprise him. This can be then his if he is chosen. Okay. Or if he is chosen, he'll be greatly surprised. Will that be correct? It's not going to be correct because just we are just interchanging it, but we have to change the verb also, right? That's the major thing. So here will be greatly surprised. That means will be. So when we add be, you see, will be surprised. Will just will. So his, we can take his choosing, no, his selection, if it was there, then his selection will greatly surprise him. If he is chosen, or if he has selected also, we can take. Okay, so we'll take selected because choose, chose, chosen. We'll take instead selected. Okay, it will be easier for us. Okay, he'll be greatly surprised if he's selected. His selection will greatly surprise him. His selection will greatly surprise him. Will greatly surprise him. Okay, always remember that first you have to start with, not with high examples or tough ones. First we'll go with easy ones. That's why I have just cut out chosen and taken selected. Okay, next, in the following sentences, change the words. Now they have not mentioned which words is this. You have to say, alas, we shall hear his voice no more. I think this is an active voice. Yes, this is an active voice. Change it to passive voice. Alas, we shall hear his voice no more. Alas, his voice shall be heard no more by us. Alas, his voice will shall be heard no more by us. Then the 1998 Asian Games were held in Bangkok, Thailand. 1998 Asian Games were held in Bangkok, Thailand. Okay, were held in. Don't you think this is your passive voice? Yes, this is your passive voice. Passive voice. So what are we going to do? Asian Games were held in Thailand. Bangkok in Thailand held the 1998 Asian Games. Bangkok in Thailand held, were held, you see it's held, the 1998 Asian Games. Next, without effort, nothing can be gained. So here you can see we don't have the subject. Okay, so we have to add one. One cannot gain anything without effort. This is actually passive voice, so we are changing it to active. Without effort. Okay, you will have to add it. Okay, all desire wealth and some acquire it. Its wealth is desired by all, it's wrong, by everyone. We can take by everyone and acquired by some. So wealth is desired by everyone and acquired by some. All desire wealth and some acquire it. Okay, it's your basically understanding how you do it. Next sentence, change the word. They laughed at his warnings and objected low all his proposals. Objected to all his proposals. His warnings objected to all his proposal. So his proposals. His warnings. His warnings were laughed at and his proposals were objected by them. His proposals, we can take first. Okay, his proposals were objected objected, and his warnings, actually you can see it's a combination of two sentences, right? It's basically with the help of conjunction. His proposals were objected, so the first one objected to his all his proposals were objected, and his warnings were laughed at by everyone. By not everyone, here is mentioned by them. Okay, they to them. The people regarded him as an impostor and called him a villain. He, basically we can think he was regarded as an impostor and called a villain by the people. Here again we have the conjunction. Yes. The legend tells us how the castle received its name. Yes. It tells us, we are told we are told how the castle received its name by the legend. We are told how the castle received. You can add about also if you want to. About, we are told about how no need to add about, it's already how, right? We are told how the castle received its name by the legend. These are actually a little complex sentences, so you may take time to understand. Now, do it. Don't you think it's a very simple sentence? Do it. Just 2 words. Now, what can be its passive voice? This is an active voice. Okay, let me give that one clue. It is let it be done. Actually, let it be done. That's the answer. Let it be done. Now, why have we done? Okay, done. You have to take. We add let. Actually, close the door. Let the door be closed. Always, when we are going to take any imperative sentence, for any imperative sentence, we are gonna use let. What? Let. Close the door. Let the door be closed. Do it. Let it be done. Okay. Complete the work. Let the work be completed. Okay. So when in such cases we basically use let. Alright, when changing active to passive. So I hope you all have actually understood active and passive voice thoroughly, solved many examples related to it of various kinds so as to be more familiar with what is it actually, and mastered it. To even master it in a better way, I want you all to have a thorough practice on it. Alright, and if you come up with any sentence you think like you're not able to change it to active to passive or so on, you can send it in the comments box. I'm ready to help. Okay, thank you. So, at last, successfully, we have completed this chapter. Thank you.